Hey, this is Chan from DifferenceInSkill bringing you another tournament update video. So, as many of you might have already seen, that the team tournament is coming up. I think it's next Sunday. Yeah, I think it's next Sunday. So, the Sunday after Mother's Day Sunday. And sorry, I'm a bit sick. And I'm just here to bring a brief review on what do's and don'ts you have for this tournament. If anyone wants to join it, I'll post all the details down below, and it'll be located at Connection Games at Marine Drive. I believe the registry starts from 12. And the team tournament will most likely start at 2, depending on the show of people. And all of this information will be down here, if I remember to do it. And yeah, big shoutouts to Connection Games for letting me host my tournament there. They're really cool guys. If you guys live in the area, you should definitely come swing by, regardless if you play or not. So first of all, I'll go through the first few pieces of information that you would need to know. So first of all, joining this tournament will cost you $10 per person, so a team of 3, and in addition you get 1 promo pack per entry. And you might say, well, that seems kind of hefty, you get 1 pack for $10. And then I'll tell you that the prize for these tournaments is a sealed box. You can see the first edition sticker on them. Sealed box of Breaker of Limits for first place, and for second place you get 30 packs you get 15 packs. So basically I'll crack open a brand new box and give you the second place 1/2 of this. So yeah, this is generally how my team tournaments go, where I give out a prize of the latest set, or maybe if someone told us beforehand, I might get like some of every set, and we can see. But for this time we only have Breaker of Limits. I have to probably order more anyways, so yeah. So this will be the entry, and the prize will be that. Hopefully I can get up to at least 8 teams this time, because last time we only had 6, and it got a little confusing. So, quick rules about languages. You can play Japanese cards. You can play English cards. These are English, and these are Japanese. But I prefer, alright, and before, someone has mentioned, you're not allowed to play Korean cards. This is a Korean card. They, since their rarity splits are different, like, Death Army Lady is a rare, but it's not printed as one, and it has a really weird feel to it. So, I will not allow Korean cards to be played. So, sorry for all you people with Korean decks, but I'm not allowing Korean cards to be played in this tournament. Now, some other issues with different languages is that a Japanese card is much thicker than a pathetic English stock card. So, I will say that you can have multi-language decks, but say if you're playing OTT in currently in your set 2, and you said, man, that Tagisuhime card is pretty good, mainly this card, and you said you want to splash a few in your deck. Well, that's fine. Like, I can't really say, no, you have to have all of it in Japanese. So, because then I understand that some people play English and be like, oh my god, I want to play the new cards in Japanese, and people do play it here. So they pick up some Japanese cards. So I will allow it, but if there's anything sneaky, like, say you're playing English Grand Blue with all Japanese triggers, because recently the Breaker of Limits, they released new Grand Blue triggers, and I don't think I have any on my table. No, these are extras. Yeah, so I don't want to see any decks that have all one language perfect guards and the other cards are in different languages, or all triggers. But if you have say you're playing 12 critical for Grand Blue and you need 4 critical triggers to finish a 12 crit, then that's okay. But if you say you're playing Dr. Rogue over Chappie the Ghost, then I won't allow it, because like assuming like your Chappie the Ghosts and the rest of your triggers are in English, I won't allow it because that's a different language heal trigger, and I just don't want to have to deal with something that could end up being a nuisance in the tournament. So yeah, that's something. And for decks you can play any deck you'd like. You can play something like Draconic Overload the End, or like Cross-Rided deck, or you can play a new Limit Breaker deck, or maybe you're in English and you're still playing Set 1, Set 2. Those are fine too. And to be honest, most of the time, against Set 5, Set 1 and 2 still has a good chance of winning. It's just that it's a bit harder, it's more of an uphill climb. But since I believe by the time my team tournament happens, that Breaker of Limits will be out in English, so if you play one of these guys, play one of these decks, you'll definitely have a better chance at winning, because these decks are pretty much on par with the cross-rided decks in terms of offense. But aside from that, you can play any deck you'd like. Any deck is fine. But I will be deck checking for 16 triggers, language of cards, and making sure that everything's legit, because, you know, I don't want to mess things up. So, here's my free paper. Oh wow, once I put down the paper, it's so much darker. Oh, that's weird. Paper is weird this way. Alright, so I'm gonna have papers, like free papers. There's not gonna be some fancy sign-up thing. So basically, you write down your team name, your first, second, and third player, and then you'll hand it to me, and then, for example, so team Y are my teammates so weak. This was my team name last time. So say this is your team name, and then you write, okay, so first is Chan, second is and third is okay, so then you have like a little sheet of paper, like one this big. You'll hand it back to me, and I'll be okay. So, and then you have to write your, so Kagero, and like say Tachikaze, whatever, you know, stuff. And then after that, I will go and write check, or give you like one of these. And then if you've all paid, I will write down paid. So, and then this will basically be your sign-up sheet, and I will keep the slip, and then I will like metaphorically put all these slips in a hat, and I will draw out teams to be playing. So we're gonna probably have 4 tables. It'll be like this: 4 tables. Tables A, B, C, and D. We're gonna have them have a piece of paper stuck on the tables, and then we'll say, okay, so team Why Are My Teammates So Weak is going to table A, and say there's another team called Team Chan is a Fag. Yeah, Team Chan is a Fag. Someone I want to do something like that last time. And we'll say they are also reporting to table A. So when the 2 teams sit down, they will, you know, to like say hi or something, I don't know, or get right to it. You can only start when I say, but if you start beforehand, it's okay, but I want to keep things regulated. So yeah, so 2 players will sit down. So I will make sure, because I need it to be regulated, because I need to make sure that like your first player is actually playing first. So say someone is like, oh shit, Chan's playing first, I don't want to play against Chan because I think he's a faggot. So then like they give someone else the spot. So I will be checking the sheets, and I'll be like, okay, so your team blah blah blah, and your first is, and then I'll see them, and I'll check the deck, make sure they're playing the right deck, and then I'll start. Of course, I won't deck check everyone, like during while their game's happening. Like say you sit down and then I deck check everyone, I won't do that. So I'm trusting people that you don't change your deck afterhand, you know, good sportsmanship and whatnot. So yeah, and if anything seems fishy, I will probably go check your deck. I don't know, maybe like you're getting too many heals, so I'll just take a quick snap at your deck. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure none of this will happen. I'm sure everyone's just gonna play for fun, just for like the theme of it. So yeah, so to continue with this. So each team will have 3 players. So team player 1, player 2, player 3, player 1, player 2, player 3. So player 1 and 1, they will have a best of 1. So 1 game, basically 1 game, best of 1. And they will be seeing who wins. So say team, why are my teammates so weak? They win game 1, so they get 1 win and they get 1 loss. Now after this, number 2 and number 2 will play. So there's no chance for a reverse all kill or like just a sweep, because last time we had that, the games took way too long and people got swept too much. Like, this just wasn't fair for people to constantly go up against the same deck. So say, okay, so this team wins and this team loses. Then it's the final people, the 2 anchors, to be playing. So, and then say, I don't know, team, why are my team so weak wins? Because we're OP. And then we'll advance. So we'll advance. I'll write down that I've won, or my team has won, and this team has lost. And then the numbers will go back into the system saying that this team has won and this team has lost. They'll be Swiss, so it'll be like 4 rounds, I think. And yeah, basically this will determine if you're going to be placed first or second, or and see how you guys are doing. I prefer if no one drops, because that will just make things not cool. Yeah, some people are just like, oh, I don't want to play anymore. We just got sweeped. And then it's like, oh, whatever. I don't like Nutella because I'm lactose intolerant or something. Like, first world problems, yeah, deal with them. So yeah, that's basically the format of this tournament. I think I've covered everything because I'm looking around on my table to see if there's anything else I haven't. Alright. All of these games, if there's 4 tables, all of these games will be filmed, I believe. I believe we have your camera set up at all 4 tables, just to so we can commentate them later and post up for everyone to see. If you have any problems with that, like say, oh, I don't want to have my deck online, or I don't want anyone to see my deck, or I don't want anyone to hear my voice because I'm creepy and I sit in front of a TV all day hearing people's voices and I don't think anyone should hear mine because I'm creepy, then I'll think you're creepy, and then I'll say, okay, that's fine. So yeah, if there's any problems with, just make sure you tell me beforehand, because we'll have people like starting up the cameras to hopefully get some good footage. We'll try to post all the games. Probably need a lot of chargers because it's gonna be a long day. Alright, so aside from that, you can bring your own mats if you want, like your Garmal mats, your pretty mats. But each table will have these paper mats. They're nice and flat, so they don't like crumple up and stuff. There's 8 of these. I think there's 16. I'm not sure. Not sure how many is in this stack. I'm gonna go count it later. And they'll all be on the tables, just so like when we film it, we'll see like the whole thing. So if you really could try to keep it so that you have your deck here and your damage here. But if say like your deck's like you're those people who do the sideways deck. It doesn't really matter. Just try not to go like. So like when we film it, okay. So his damage is at I don't know because I can't see it, and he has I don't know how many cards in deck because his deck's not on the field. And for triggers, you don't have to go like, that's really lame. You can just go like anywhere in the mat is nice. Try not to go like we normally do, because you also don't have to put in the guardian circle, but if you want to, you can. It's best if you could, but just to make things a bit more awesome for people to watch. Alright, so I don't know. I think I might give out one of these for 3rd place. I'm still thinking about it, depending on how many people join. I'm pretty sure I can have one of these to spare because I have a lot of them left over. And yeah, that's basically how this team tournament's gonna run. If there's any more questions, please feel free to ask. And if I really just want to see like a show of hands, how many people on YouTube might actually go join it. So if you will be, and for all you trolls who know me and like who play with me normally, say I'll do it. I'm from YouTube, and then I'll be like I hate you too. Like, but no, trolls are fine. I don't care. I just want to see like if anyone actually does care and want to come try. So yeah, make sure you guys leave comments on like, oh, I want to plays, or like I'd play but I live in, I don't know, Ottawa, or I'd play but I live in an igloo, because we're Canadians. We sometimes live in igloos, and yeah. So see anything else? No cards. No. All right. No proxies are allowed, even though that seems very obvious. And for anyone who doesn't know what a proxy is basically when you flip a card over and say, this is a Dragonic Overload, the end. And you play as if it was. Some people like to don't care, just go like, oh, whatever, it's just, I don't want to spend money on it. Then don't play it, to be honest. But if, say, like, you have, like, oh, I'm proxying a King of Swords, so I will go here and open up my big box of rares and see, okay, do I have a King of Swords? And I'll let you borrow it. That's no problem. And if I can, like, say you're running an English deck with like one Japanese Akane, if I have an extra English Akane, I'll just swap it out for you, and then at the end of the tournament you can swap it back out for me. Because I try to keep things consistent as best as I can. Of course I don't have like the biggest binder of cards, so I'm quite limited. I don't like this card because I think it's not a stable enough break even. So yeah. So quick recap: no Korean cards allowed. Yes, these are still Korean. Yes, Japanese cards. Yes, Japanese cards. Yes, English cards. But please, no Korean cards. Even if you're like that guy who goes, but I want the K-pop star still Vampire. I know he's kind of homo in the K-pop star, and if you're into that, then that's fine. But I prefer not, I don't prefer, just no, you're not allowed to have these. They're too flimsy, and they're I think they're about on par as flimsy as English cards, but they have this weird coating that makes them shiny, so it's like, it's like whoosh, critical trigger. So yeah, that's so this is Chan from DifferenceInSkill. That's all I'm gonna bring you guys, and bye.